What's up, guys? This is my 1968 Dodge Charger. As you can see, obviously this car needs to be restored. It does have typical rot that these cars do. This one is a lot better off than a lot of them I've seen. This one is totally savable, totally restorable, in the hands of the right guy. From what I can tell, originally it was this teal color here, according to the VIN tag on the fender well. According to the VIN, it was originally a 361 car. The engine that's in the car doesn't start and run, but it does spin freely, so it wouldn't be too hard to get it running. I've never heard it run, but it does spin right over real easy, so I would assume that if you were to put fresh gas in it and clean the carb out, that you could probably get it to start pretty easily in points and condenser. The car is complete. There's the engine bay. You can see the hood is nice. And there's a little bit of scaly stuff here, but no rot or anything, no holes in it. It's got hideaway headlights. The rockers have holes in them, the lower quarters have holes in them, the passenger side is worse than the driver's side. The floors also are pretty shot and need to be replaced. You can see right here, there's nothing there. If you're familiar with these cars, you know they bring big money, even in bad shape. And restored, they bring real big money. There's the hubcaps. I think I'm missing one in 3 out of the 4. Back seat looks like it's in good shape, just very dirty. I'll make another video of the undercarriage and then I'll connect it to this video so you guys can see what the underneath looks like. I don't have the keys to the car and I don't have a key to the trunk. I have a guy coming down later today to possibly make a key for it. The gentleman that I bought it from did have a picture of the trunk pan and it wasn't that bad. It had a couple spots in the corners that had holes in it, but overall it was in pretty decent shape. As you can see, the bottom of this fender right here is rotted. Little hole in the door there, and like I said, this quarter panel is worse than the other side. I'm selling it the way it is right now. If I manage to get a key for the trunk, then I will add those pictures to the auction later. Alright guys, this is the underneath of the car, starting with the under the quarter panel on the passenger side. This is the rear wheel well on the passenger side. And you can see that the quarter is rotted here along this bottom edge. There's the rear axle. The fuel tank. The fuel tank does have a hole in it. It's on the other side. I'll show you that. This is not rot. It's all undercoating falling off. It's actually solid underneath there, right here at least. The frame right here is solid. This is just, it has like undercoating peeling off of it, but it's all good metal underneath of it. There's the rocker panel, which has a hole in it towards the front of the car. This is the floor under the back, or actually, yeah, it's the back seat floor where the seat bolts to. The floor right there is pretty good. The frame rail right up here, there's a big hole in it, as you can see. That needs to be replaced. They sell that whole frame member right there. You can replace it, and you can see the floor pan itself has a hole in it right there. And moving farther forward, it's solid again. This is the passenger side front wheel well. under the front of the car. See the radiator support there. And that's solid. There's no holes in that. This is the driver's side front wheel well. Looks like, yeah, there's a hole here. And again, the rocker panel has holes in it on the driver's side. And the same thing with the frame rail on this side. There's a hole right here at the very back portion of it, but the front seems like it's solid. The floor on this side is in similar shape to the other side. A little bit of a hole here. And the rear frame again is decent. A little bit of flaking here, but it's still solid metal. And this again is all the undercoating, but that's all metal underneath of it. This is the wheel well on the driver's side. Bottom of the rear quarter, see it's bubbling right here. And behind the wheel, also right here, there's a hole in it. And the frame on the driver's side in the back has a hole in it right here. Again, this is, you know, we do this stuff all the time. We fix these cars, and this is easily patchable. If you have somebody that knows how to fabricate, then, like I said, they sell these sections, so they're not hard to replace. And here's the hole in the gas tank that I was talking about. At least you don't have to worry about draining the fuel. That's about it. There's the outside of the car. Door looks like it's in relatively good shape. A little bit of flaking right here, but I don't know if you can see that in camera or not. There we go. A little bit of flaking along the edge here, but not real bad. The bottom of it's all solid metal, no holes in it. Seats are in pretty good shape. There's a tear in the driver's seat right here. They're just really dirty. Dash pad is shot, the headliner is shot. Back seat looks like it's in nice shape. Doesn't look like there's any major holes in it or anything. It's just really dirty. Hideaway headlights. Bottom of this door has a hole in it. This is the passenger side door. And you can see that's the floor where we were looking at before. That's where the hole is, where that frame member is. Passenger seat has a small rip right here. And another one right here. And again, the back seat, from what I can tell before we clean it, doesn't look like it has any major rips. Just looks like it's really dirty. All the glass is here. All the glass is in good shape. The windshield is it's like fogging a little bit like they do when they're rolled on the bottom here. It's not horrible yet, but it is there. The rest of the glass is in real nice, really good shape. The tail pan has some small holes in it. See, there's a hole right here, flake in here. There's a couple of pinholes across the top here. A little bit of bubbling here. Otherwise, it's in good shape. I would say that the passenger side quarter panel is probably the worst of the two quarter panels. Still not that bad, but you could probably get away with just doing lower quarters on it. There's a hole here. It's bubbling here, and then rotted along this bottom edge. And the wheel well opening is obviously rotted, and then the lower half here, there's a big hole in it. These cars are getting harder and harder to find. The Dukes of Hazzard killed quite a few of them. They were 69s in the Dukes of Hazzard, but they used 70s and 68s also. Made them look like 69s. So these cars are pretty hard to find, and they rot really bad when they do rot, and it's getting harder to find them in savable condition. And this car is 100% savable. This is, you know, we fix cars like this all the time. This car, it's totally savable, totally restorable. They make all the parts for it. It's a factory AC car. Somebody who has the time can make this nice, cool looking car again. If you have any questions or you need a picture of a certain area of the car, feel free to call me. The number is 203-687-7030. If you're local to Meriden, Connecticut, I encourage you to come down and check the car out in person before you bid on it. If you have less than 10 transactions on eBay, which is the number next to your username, or a low feedback score, do not bid on this car without contacting me first, or your bid will be removed and you will be blocked from bidding. I don't have a problem with people with low feedback or low transaction bidding as long as I know that they're a serious party and they're interested in the car. It's a giant waste of time when people bid on cars, win them, and then they fall off the map and you can never get a hold of them and they never pay for it, and you do this 2 or 3 times before you actually get somebody who really wants the car. So don't bid on it. If you have less than 10 or bad feedback, you will be blocked and you won't be able to bid on it again. Just contact me first. Call me, email me, whatever method you choose to contact. And that's it. Thanks for watching my video.